Hello everyone, and welcome to our last video in this series. This week has gone by so fast, and I hope you guys have loved it so far. I know I have. Get ready to end this series with a bang. I hope it's nice outside, but if it's not, don't worry, you can still do this craft. Today, we're going to be making something really fun and something you can be active with. If you have a couple friends, definitely share this video with them so you guys can make it and play together. Without further ado, let's get into our last craft. For today's craft, we'll need markers, a toilet paper roll, some paintbrushes, construction paper, some paints, some string, scissors, tape, and a glue stick. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do today is grab our toilet paper roll. And we're going to grab our big paintbrush and whatever color that you want to make your toilet paper roll. So for my rocket ship that I'm teaching you how to make today, I am going to make it red. And we're going to coat the entire thing in paint. Okay, now that the entire thing is coated in paint, we're just going to set it here until it is completely dry. All right, now that it is dry, get your construction paper, trace out a circle. You can see that I've been using this one a couple times. And however big you want the point on your end of the rocket ship, that's how big you're going to make your circle. So I'm going to make mine 1 finger width, bigger than the lines that I drew. Then you're going to cut a slit into the middle and fold it over so it makes a cone. Then you want to get your tape and put it on your thing so it tapes the cone shut. Now, while you still have it out, you want to fold your cone in half like this. Take your scissors and just cut the tip off of your rocket ship. Okay, and it needs to be big enough to let the string that you have through it. So now that we have that, you can either tape the edges down or you can get white glue and glue it down. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. You're going to grab your construction paper again. And now we can start working on some of the other pieces of our rocket ship. So I want our rocket ship to have the little bits at the end that go, I think there's 4 of them. And you're just going to draw some shapes that you're going to cut out. So I think I like that one. So I'm going to show you a little trick that'll help when you want to keep something about the same size. So you'll cut out your first version. I bet you're wondering, why didn't I cut that part out? Well, I'm actually going to use this little piece of paper to glue it onto the rocket ship. So I recommend, if you're following along with making your own rocket ship, to do that as well so that it's easier. Or if you want to use glue and some patience, then that'll work just as well. Then I'm just going to hold that on my next piece and follow the same lines. And one more. All right, so now we have these pieces. Let's just all fold where we want them to be folded. So a little bit past that end there so that we know where to put glue from the glue stick. So let's assemble the rest of our rocket ship. Okay, so first we're going to do these little bits. So if you've seen a rocket ship, they have these little bits at the end. And that is what I want to do with these. So I'm just going to get my glue stick, put some glue on this bit, and put some glue where I want it to go, and then stick it on. I'm just going to get my glue stick and repeat the process. So let's check back when it's done. Ta-da! Doesn't that look great? So by far the best part of making your own rocket ship is getting to decorate it. So if you want, you can use paint, which I think I'm going to use for some of it, and I'm also going to use some markers. So first I'm going to start off with the paint. You can decorate your spaceship absolutely however you want. Now I'm going to put this on my little pedestal that I'm using the white paint container for. And we're going to get our string and thread it through until you have it on the string. Now that it's on this, let's head outside. Alright, next up, you're going to want to take one end of your string and tie it around something outside. So I have this little fence in my backyard that I'm going to tie one end of it around. If you can't find a place inside, you can go to somewhere where you have railings or even just set up a couple of chairs. And then we're going to go and tie it at the other end. Okay, I'm going to take the other end of my string and tie it so this end of the string is tight. And this can be any length you want. I would suggest as long as you can manage, because the longer it is, the more fun it is, in my opinion. And then just tie it around. Leave some room so you'll still be able to cut it off or untie it, depending. And now, the fun part. Now you can feel free to play with your zipline. So fun to race them up and down your yard and have competitions. Thank you all so much for watching Kawartha Art Gallery's Art Adventure series. I hope you've had fun making crafts along with me this week. This series will stay up on our YouTube page, so if you ever want to remake some of these crafts, we'll be here. Have a great rest of your summer and stay creative! If you followed along with today's video, be sure to ask your parents to send a picture of your craft to art@kawarthgallery.com and include your first name and age to be featured on our website.